Hello, and this is the Warforge with a Batman Battle Report. It is 350 points with 15 grand in dollars cash. And it is Joker's gang with Heath Ledger at the lead versus Poison Ivy with Swamp Thing in the lead. So yeah, like I say, it's a totally new gang for me. It's another new gang. It's all about getting the experience in and all that. So honestly, don't know what to expect. Now, I've had a look at his list, and he's had a look at my list, or my opponent anyway. And it looks like my opponent's list is going to be a bomb. It's going to really hurt, because Clayface and Swamp Thing, both very high in endurance, both very good, both have regeneration. I thought Clayface was bad on himself, so having two regenerative big monsters on the table, that's scary. So yeah, it is going to be a case of, what can I do? It's literally going to be, I don't know what I'm going to pull on the table. I'm just going to have to see how the board is, I'm going to have to see where the objectives are, and then I'm going to have to see how Poison Ivy acts around. So what am I going to do? Well, because I don't know too much about Poison Ivy's gang, I'm going to basically get on as many objectives as possible. That's how you play the game. That's how you get stuff done. I'm going to go for the objectives. And so we will go on to deployment. Okay, just before we start, I've got to remember that these are with the version 1 rules, the first edition rules. This is because the second edition rules are out now. Not that it'll make too much of a difference, because there's only very slight changes, but I just want to give you guys a heads up before people start commenting rules mistakes and all that. So, anyway, on to deployment. Okay, so here is deployment. We have rolled for the mission, which is secure area. The deployment was exactly in the previous battle port, where it was you divide your group into 2 gangs. Mine is 20 centimetre reach. My strategies were the map one, where you gain an extra sewer, which is negated by one of my opponent's strategies. And the other one was I don't make flea tests until I reach 80%, where I lose 80% of my reputation. So the first group is the Master of Ceremonies, the axe guy with the toy nutcracker suit, Contra-Auguste, and Sniggering with the assault rifle. Sniggering has the back claw, or the thrower. So we'll go on to the other side. Okay, so to the other side we have Joker, we have Borgon, we have the Auguste, and we have Triston with the shotgun. So, basically the sewers are there, here. Okay, so we'll go on to the objectives. We have the Titan canister here, we have the loot here, we have the ammo here. My opponent's objectives are here, which is the Riddler trophy. We have the Titan canister here, and we have the loot over here. So it is on to what my opponent has brought. Did you tell them about Croc? No, I'll do that. You press 3.
Yeah, there we go. So opposite team, Poison Ivy crew led by Swamp Thing. He's got help from Clayface, big guy, the Stick and the Tube prisoner, and one of the lunatics. I think it's Pavillion A. Also in reserve are my 3 plants: Creeper, Plant, and the other one, Spore Plant. There we are. That's that.
In addition, last but not least, we have Killer Croc, and he's starting off in reserve, and he's going to jump out the sewer. We also have the Take the Lead, which I took the lead, and I raised my plan first. So Joker's gang go first, and we'll see you after turn. So turn overview, we'll go through it miniature by miniature. I'll do Joker's, then we'll do Ivy's. So Sniggering here basically just uses back claw to get to a good vantage point so that you can see with his assault rifle a lot of things to shoot at. The Master of Ceremonies in the Contra-Auguste just sprinted and ran all the way from here to here. Okay, basically he's an interesting one. Triston basically didn't activate because of Ivy's plants and stuff, and Swamp Thing Spike. He basically got knocked out, but during the recovery phase he got back up again. Now he's on 2 stun damage. So we'll go on to the next mini. We have Joker and Borgon. Joker and Borgon just went right here, sprinted and ran all the way up to here, just to get a good view of the Ivy's crew. So with that do, it is up to the Ivy crew.
So Swamp Thing moved towards Joker, shotgun dude, threw some spikes, managed to knock him out, but he's got the hook. Big guy Clayface advances towards Joker and Borgon. My 2 prisoners attempted to solve the riddle. Sticka managed to solve it, and now they're both stood there waiting. And last but not least, my lunatic jumped into the sewer to get out of the way.
And last but not least, the Auguste is in the reserve as he jumped into a sewer, has to wait another turn, so he'll be popping back up turn 3. The victory points so far, because my opponent, Matthew, has basically obtained his Riddler objective, which gives him 3 victory points, and because he is also the first player to take an objective this game, he also gets an additional 3 victory points. So my opponent, turn 1, is winning 6 victory points to nil points. Now on to... Okay, so above Gotham, we have done turn 2, and it's going to be a wild one. So we'll start with Joker's crew. This guy is Sniggering. He basically backclawed right down into here and then got knocked out. He is not knocked out anymore, but in the next turn needs to stand up properly. Borgon attacked Clayface, used Distract and got 1 blood, 1 stun, if I'm correct, yep. And Joker, before they were swamped, as you see, basically fired all his rate fire, just stayed stationary and fired out the prisoner with the stick, the Blackgate prisoner, and killed him outright with 246 blood damage. It's deadly, that gun, I love it. So, on to the next one. That guy, the Contra-Auguste, basically just sprinted, and so did the Master of Ceremonies. They just sprinted all the way to the doorway, ready to claim objectives the next turn, hopefully. Croc has obeyed and moved 4 centimeters away from the sewer, ready to see those 2. Who's afraid of the big bad Croc? And Triston just moved a free 10 centimeters, fired at Swamp Thing, caused 2 blood and a stun, and then was pushed off by one of Ivy's plants, and now he suffers a blood damage.
Turn 2 for Ivy. Clayface and Swamp Thing jump in and try to batter Joker. He manages to block them all, but then knock down Borgon, doing a fair amount of damage. The Spore Plant pushed Triston here off the building, doing a blood damage. Sticka over here was gunned down by Joker. These 2 plants managed to knock out Sniggering. And Tube guy over here is charging headlong towards the melee.
Okay, so victory points. Because I killed Blackgate prisoner, who's a henchman, I get 2 victory points, and because my opponent, Matthew, knocked out a Sniggering, he gets 1 victory point. So it is 6. And also correction for the last turn, my opponent also received a further victory point for knocking out someone. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8 to 2. Okay, so basically what's happening is Joker basically would go to start with Joker's crew. Basically Auguste, well, just popped out of the sewer. The Contra-Auguste sprinted and attacked the plant, did nothing, but the Axe Master just walked in, axe in hand, and just basically did some gardening. just some weed killing with his axe. Not nowhere near any objective still, and he's knocked out again by the combined efforts of the two plants. Onto Joker. As we see here, Joker. He moved away from Clayface and Swamp Thing, then blew up Borgon with his henchman bomb. Bang! I wrote Swamp Thing was already moved away, but basically Clayface, I rolled to wound, and I needed to wound on 2 up, and I rolled a 1. So Borgon died for nothing. Okay, Croc got knocked down by Swamp Thing, but he got back up and started attacking Swamp Thing, doing 1 blood and 1 stun from the combined efforts of all 5 attacks. Triston moved here to here with the combined efforts of 15 centimeters, and then fired at Clayface and did 2 blood and a stun to him as well, which Clayface has regenerated.
So Ivy's turn. Swamp Thing put the beat down on Croc. My Spore Plant shot into Croc, doing 2 stun damage. My Creeper Plant knocked Sniggering back out, but got killed itself by the Axemaster. Clayface here charged at Joker, but unfortunately didn't do any damage. And last but not least, me Crazy came out the sewers and attempted to hit Croc in the back and just did bugger all.
Currently, as I've just said, Borgon is dead because he blew up due to the henchman bomb rule. The victory points this turn is my opponent Matthew gained 3 victory points and I gained 1. On to turn 4. Well, it is turn 4. And this guy, and basically, we'll start with Joker's guy. The Contra-Auguste at the bat here, move 10 centimeters over to the loot, and basically is claiming 3 victory points. The Axeman, the Master of Ceremonies, walked up, hit the plant and managed to do 2 blood on it. The Auguste here basically just sprinted towards the loot and took it, gaining me a victory point. Croc is dead. Croc is very dead. Joker attacked and put 3 blood damage on the Pipe Blackgate prisoner.
So Poison Ivy's turn. Swamp Thing and Clayface made sure Croc wasn't getting back up, put him out of commission. This plant over here killed off Sniggering. The tube guy's done no damage to Joker at all. And my last Crazy, who is here, is running out with the big guys.
Okay, so victory points for turn 4. I got 5 and my opponent got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my opponent, Poison Ivy's crew, is, before I forget, during turn 4, Triston, the shotgun guy, fired at Clayface and caused 2 blood, 1 stun, which was reduced due to it. Okay, so turn 6 of Joker's. Joker just basically ran. The Contra-Auguste stayed to claim victory points. He basically just moved around and then got swamped by Swamp Thing and Clayface. He just basically sprinted and moved up, trying to contest that objective from the Crazy. And he got knocked out and has continued to be knocked out. He also is knocked out now and failed to recover. So now to Ivy's.
So, Crazy guy over here knocked out the shotgun dude and sprinted towards the loot. Swamp Thing and Clayface double team this guy, knocking him out. And this plant just stood there and did out.
So victory points in this game. Currently, in this turn I got 6, and my opponent got 2. Okay, so the final turn 7. It is basically Joker just sprinted away in classic comical fashion. When the plan goes sour with one of the other Arkham rogues, Joker just flees off the board. Contra-Auguste is contested with Clayface, so cannot claim the 3 victory points for the loot. He's knocked out. Shotgun guy's knocked out. Auguste is claiming the loot. And now we go on to have Ivy's crew.
So Ivy's last turn. Crazy grabs the loot. Swampy over here gets the Titan after knocking that clown out. Clayface, tries to kill him off, fails, runs up to contest the objective in the corner, and the plant just still sat there being useless.
Okay, so at the end of the game, it is 21 victory points each. So, this game is a draw between Ivy and the Ferocious Plants versus Joker, who had... Okay, so afterthoughts. Well, that was unexpected. I honestly thought I was a gunner at some points, but because I held on to those objectives, like I said I was going to, I did pull back a draw. So it was really unexpected, because once you see you guys get knocked down, then killed, it's one of those moments where you think, are you going to pull this off? Are they just going to go for the whole force? Are they just going to solo your entire gang? And they didn't, which was good. That's what I like about Knight's models and the Batman game, is that I almost got tabled and I still managed to pull off at least a draw. So it does have very nice element of balance, because I thought I was going to be a goner and I wasn't. What could I have done better? Well, the assault rifle guy, Sniggering, he should have used his backlot right up to the top level. I thought the window would have been a good place to just backlot up for a line of sight into the building, because that's where all my guys were going to be, and I knew that was going to grab the attention. I didn't realise it wasn't going to grab the attention as much as Croc and Joker would have. So maybe I've got to think about where my leader is a bit more, like placement, because I saw Clayface and something go right after Joker, and I didn't realise that they would. So maybe Heath on the board is just an intimidating presence on his own. So just the way he should be. But I think definitely I've got to check out my placement for me Joker, because I just think Joker just walking around on his own with like a guy, my opponent wouldn't really look too much into him, but he did. So I've got to think about my placement, and the assault rifle guy should have really got to the highest possible vantage point. I wanted to put him to the window so I could get cover safe, but the amount of times he didn't really bother to look at line of sight towards me or anything, so I should have done that. Shotgun guy as well, I'm not sure what I was supposed to do, really. He was just firing off his ammunition, he was firing off the shotgun, as he should do. I think where he was and where my opponent positioned his models was a bit... I should have positioned them better. I think the shotgun guy, Triston, should have moved towards, with Joker and Borgon, should have moved towards the Black Cape prisoners, so I could have went there and just shot them up, because against Clayface and something, you really need to concentrate or focus firepower into one being. So I should have, if I had clear line of sight, I would have fired me shotgun Triston into either Clayface or Swamp Thing. Probably Swamp Thing, because I wanted Swamp Thing dead, because that's his sidekick. That's where I can get the most victory points for a casualty in. And then, after that, focused firepower on Clayface, because if I rolled the best results, which is obviously like 3 rate of fire worth of damage, that would have been 9 amount of damage from the assault rifle, and failing that, the shotgun would have backed it up with an extra 2 damage and a stun, hopefully knocking out the character. But alas, that was not the case. So that's what I've got to be thinking about. I think guns are very good, and I think I've got to try out Sniggering a bit more, the assault rifle guy, because it's just a learning experience. It's learning where he goes, where he belongs, and how to use him efficiently. So, what did I think of Poison Ivy's gang? Well, it hit like a bomb, as I thought. But, yeah, I think Poison Ivy's gang needs more henchmen and more plants. Heck, even more tree men for henchmen. That would be a nice look at Poison Ivy's gang. Just a nice edge to put it there. I think that would be cool. But at the moment, they are very interesting. Blackgate Prisoners, I'm thinking about getting some for myself. My only criticism of them would be they do feel a lot like they drop like flies, and I'd rather have me Joker henchman in my Joker gang. Maybe for a different gang, say Mad Hatter or Mr. Freeze, maybe, but at the moment for Joker's gang, you just need the Joker henchman, in my opinion. Anyhow, I enjoyed my game. I hope my opponent enjoyed his game with me, and at the end of the day, it was a draw. So, I hope you enjoyed this battle report. If you like what you're seeing, you want to see more Batman or wargaming or skirmish gaming related topics and battle reports, please click the subscribe button. If you liked what you saw, please click the like button. If you want to share this out to everyone to show off more Batman battle reports, then please give it a share. This is the Warp Forge signing out, and remember, keep on forging.